Hey friends, this is Aaron grilling with Aaron today. We are looking at some fresh liver. This is beef liver that one of our family members decided that they would like smoked. So we're gonna go ahead and get this liver smoked today. We are currently outside and it is very windy, so I apologize if the audio is not picking up as what it should be. Ingredients for today's cook is 1 pound of liver. It could be beef, chicken, or pork. This happens to be beef liver. And in the ingredients area here, we'll just zoom in here a little bit. So what we have here in the cup, or actually in the bowl here, is we have 1/4 cup of kosher salt, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon of onion powder. And what we need to do here is we'll need to mix this up here, so I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. Kind of like what I did with the pork rub here in the previous video is I just used a whisk just to whisk it up here. And then once we're done with that, we'll apply it to the liver that we see here. And then we will throw it in our smoker. So what we're smoking with today, we're actually going to use something different. We're going to use an electric Masterbuilt smoker. This is one of the smokers I originally had when I first started smoking meats and all that kind of stuff. I actually picked this up from a local marketplace. Someone was selling it for 20 bucks, so I figured, hey, why not go ahead and get started early with something simple and work my way up to what I currently have now is the Traeger Woodridge Elite Series grill. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this rub applied to the liver. All right, so first of all, we just need to go ahead and mix the ingredients. So I'll go ahead and do that with y'all right now. Again, we're just mixing this all up into a uniform consistency, or when you feel like it is consistent, of course. Nothing has to be exact when it comes to rub like this. You just mix until you feel that it has a good consistency of all the different spices that we put together. Again, I'm going very simple with this. I actually never smoked or cooked a liver in my life, so today is a great opportunity and a great challenge for the family member that wants to go out and try smoked liver. I know there's not many videos out there or instructions, so I figured this would be a great opportunity just to show who all wants to go ahead and try to smoke some liver on their smoker. All right, looks like we're good with consistency here. So the next steps, we'll just go ahead and apply this rub to that liver. Okay, so the rub is applied to the liver here. As you can see, I just casually applied the rub to the liver, and this kind of reminds me of beef jerky a little bit. Just has that look and feel to it. So right, the next step, we will go ahead and put this in our electric Masterbuilt smoker. And to help monitor the temps today, we are going to use a wireless probe. I will put the link under the description on what wireless probe I'm currently using. It's made by Chef IQ. They currently have different models. This happens to be part of a 3 probe unit. So I'll just go ahead and I'll put the probe into one of the thickest parts of the meat here, and that's how we will monitor the temperature. What we're looking for is to smoke at 225 until internal temp gets to 160 degrees, and we'll pull it from the smoker and let it rest. So without further ado, let's get this in the smoker. And just to remind everyone here, we are using that Masterbuilt smoker. Wood chips are in here. We are using hickory chips. Some hickory smoking chips today for the liver smoke. All right, let's go ahead and get this applied into the Masterbuilt. All right, the meat is in the smoker, and let's go ahead and let this go for 225. Usually something like this will take about 2 hours at 225. All right, folks, we are back. We're looking at about 1 hour and 45 minutes here that we have been smoking the liver. So now is a good time to go and see what we're up against here. I just got notified on my wireless probe that we were at 160 degrees. So let's go ahead and take a quick look, and we will check internal temp of the meat here once we pull it from the smoker. All right, there it is, folks. That is the liver here. Just come out of the smoker, so let's go ahead and get this transport to our resting area, and we go ahead and check the internal temp. Just double check, we're at 160 degrees. Okay, I just pulled it out of the smoker. It has been just a few minutes here, so I'll go ahead and check internal temp here with the meat probe that we have here, the thermal probe. All right, I'm looking at it right now, internal temp. Yeah, we're at 162 degrees internal. And then what I like to do before I call it a day is I like to cut it up, or cut the piece off here just to demonstrate. Let's cut one of these pieces off here. Wow, it's really, really tender. And here we are, we're looking at it right now. Not bad, not bad. Altogether, this cook took about, like I said, just under 2 hours at 225 to 230 degrees. Slow with some hickory wood in the Masterbuilt electric smoker. And overall, I thought it was a pretty decent cook. Yeah, I can't really complain. This is my very first time actually smoking liver ever. I never smoked liver or even had liver in my life, but I'm glad I was up to the challenge, and I think it's gonna turn out really good. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get this delivered over to the family member, and they should be able to let me know how it turns out. I personally, I'm not a liver eater per se, but I know some folks are out there, and I just thought it'd be good to demonstrate how I went about this process of smoking some liver on the electric smoker. If you enjoyed this video and content, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. It helps me out, it helps the algorithms out, and it helps spread the goodness of grilling with Aaron. Well, I'm Aaron, folks. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.